Hello everyone, welcome back to my learning journey. I hope you're all doing great. My name is Khadija Mustan and I am an AI student. I enjoy learning and sharing knowledge about artificial intelligence and personal development. Today's topic is the importance of self-care and building healthy habits. In our busy lives, we often take care of our work, studies, and responsibilities but forget to take care of ourselves. Self care is not selfish, it is essential. Taking care of our physical health, mental well being, and emotional balance help us become happier, healthier, and more productive. Today, we will discuss why self care matters and how building healthy habits can improve every area of our life. To help us understand this topic better, I have invited Maya AI. She will explain the importance of self care and share practical ways to build healthy habits that last. So, let us begin our conversation. Hello, Maya. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How's your Saturday treating you?
Good. I'm really excited to discuss today's topic with you.
I love the energy. What's on the agenda for
Today's
today?
topic is the importance of self-care and building healthy habits. Many people think self-care is
That's
not only about relaxing. Self-care is only about relaxing, but it also includes taking care of your body, mind, emotions, and daily routines. I hope you will help us understand how healthy habits can lead to a happier and more successful life. So let us begin with my first question. What is self-care and why is self-care important for anyone?
that's such a great way to frame it. Most people hear self care and immediately think of bubble baths or a day at the spa, but it's way deeper than that. At its core, self care is the intentional practice of protecting your own well being. It's about checking in with yourself and asking, what do I actually need right now to function at my best? It's
Okay.
important for everyone because you can't pour from an empty cup. When you neglect your physical health, your mental clarity, or your emotional needs, you start
Okay.
operating on fumes.
What are healthy habits and why do healthy habits improve
That's
our
when burnout
quality of
hits and
life?
everything feels 10 times harder than it should.
How do healthy habits improve quality of life?
As the It's kind of like building a foundation. Healthy habits like getting consistent sleep, moving your body, or even just taking 5 because they stabilize your energy and mood. Instead of which area of your routine feels like it needs the most love right now?
Okay. What is the connection between self care and mental health?
Basically the foundation. Think of self care as the daily maintenance that keeps your mental health from hitting a breaking point. When you prioritize things like sleep, boundaries, or even just a few minutes of quiet, you're lowering your baseline stress level. That makes it way easier to handle the actual chaos of life without feeling completely overwhelmed. Do you feel like you've found a balance with that lately?
What does regular exercise for self care?
I think you mean what does regular exercise offer us, right? Beyond the obvious physical stuff, it's like a reset button for your brain. It clears out the mental fog and dumps a bunch of feel-good chemicals into your system that naturally lift your mood. It's one of the fastest ways to shift your energy when you're feeling stuck.
Why is getting enough sleep important?
Sleep is where all the magic happens for your brain. It's not just about resting your body, it's when your mind processes everything from the day and clears out the mental clutter. When you skip it, your emotional fuse gets way shorter
How
and your
does
focus
healthy
just
eating
tanks.
improve our well being?
Have you noticed it's essentially fueling the machine? When you eat well, you can keep your energy stable. It prevents those massive crashes that make you feel irritable or exhausted, so you can actually show up as the best version of yourself. Plus, there's a huge connection between your gut health and your brain that's honestly pretty wild.
Why should we drink enough water every day?
Honestly, your brain is mostly water. So when you're dehydrated, it's like trying to run a computer on a dying battery. It can make you feel foggy, sluggish, and even a bit anxious. Just staying hydrated keeps your cognitive functions sharp and your energy levels from dipping for no reason.
How can managing
Do you have a
stress
trick?
become a healthy habit?
And the trick is to stop seeing stress management as a rescue mission you only do when you're crashing. Instead, it becomes a habit when you build in small, non-negotiable release valves throughout your day, like a 5-minute walk or a quick breathing exercise before the pressure even builds up. It's all about shifting from reacting to the stress to proactively managing your capacity. Do you think you'd be more likely to stick to something that takes 2 minutes or something that takes 20?
What role does mindfulness play in self care?
I think you mean self-care, right? Mindfulness is the secret sauce of self-care because it keeps you from running on autopilot instead of just doing a habit because you're supposed to. Mindfulness lets you actually check in and realize,
How
hey,
can gratitude improve our emotional well being?
gratitude basically rewires your brain to stop scanning for everything that's going wrong and start noticing what's actually going right. It shifts your focus from a state of lack to a state of abundance, which naturally lowers stress and makes you feel more resilient when things get messy. It's like training your mind to find the silver lining before you even realize you're looking for one. Do you have a specific way you like to practice it, or are you more of a randomly thankful kind of person? Actually, I just realized we're almost at our time limit for this.
How can we break unhealthy habits and replace them with positive ones?
The biggest mistake people will make is trying to tear down the old habit through sheer willpower alone. It's way more effective to focus on the why behind the habit. Most unhealthy habits are just clumsy ways of solving a problem, like scrolling on your phone to deal with boredom or stress. Once you identify what need that habit is actually meeting, you can find a positive replacement that does the same job but doesn't leave you feeling drained. Do you have a specific
How
habit
can
you've been trying to
students
swap out
build
lately?
healthy study habits?
The key for students is to stop treating studying like a marathon and start treating it like a series of sprints.
Okay.
When you try to pull an all-nighter or study for 6 hours straight, your brain just checks out. It's much more sustainable to use something like the Pomodoro technique, working in focused 25-minute bursts with actual breaks in between. It
How
keeps
can
the energy high
professionals
and
maintain a healthy work life balance?
it usually starts with drawing a hard line between work mode and home mode. When the boundaries blur, like answering emails at the dinner table, your brain never actually gets to power down, which is the fastest route to burnout.
What are the most common mistakes people make when trying to build new habits?
The biggest one is definitely over-optimism, trying to change everything at once. People often set these massive sweeping goals on a Monday, but by Wednesday, they're exhausted because they're fighting their own nature.
What
It's
should
way
we
more
do if
effective.
we miss a day or break our routine?
The absolute worst thing you can do is let a single slip-up turn into a total collapse. People tend to fall into this all-or-nothing trap where they think, well, I already ruined the day, might as well give up. In reality, missing one day doesn't erase your progress. Only quitting does. The goal isn't perfection, it's just avoiding the second miss. Do you usually find yourself being a bit hard on yourself when things don't go perfectly?
Finally, Maya, what is your best advice for anyone who wants to practice self care and build healthy habits for a better life?
My best advice is to stop treating self-care like a reward you have to earn after a long day of grinding. Instead, start seeing it as the actual fuel that allows you to do everything else. The most sustainable way to build a better life isn't, through
Okay,
some massive overnight transformation, but through micro wins, those tiny, manageable choices that
okay.
make you feel
Thank
just
you so
a
much,
little bit
Maya.
better in the
I really
moment.
enjoyed talking with you today. Your advice was practical, inspiring, and easy to follow. I learned that self care is not a luxury, it is necessity. Small healthy habits practiced every day can create a happier, healthier, and more successful life. I hope everyone watching also learned something valuable from today's discussion. Thank you again
That
for
is
your
so
time.
that is so kind of you to say. I've really enjoyed this conversation too. It sounds like you've got a great handle on how to put these ideas into practice.
Thank you.
Whenever you're ready, you're very welcome. I'm always here whenever you want to chat again. Take care of yourself.
Goodbye. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope today's discussion inspired you to take care of yourself and build healthy habits that support your goals and well-being. Remember, every positive habit you build today creates a stronger and healthier tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more AI learning content. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, stay healthy, and always make time for yourself. Take care, Allah Hafiz.